Hello, traders out there in Traderland. It is Thursday, November 4th, 2010. My name is Des Woodruff. I'm your analyst and mentor here at Grok Trade. And the markets go boom! Straight up. Check this out. The Dow up almost a full 2%, up 219, almost 220 points. The S&P up the same, 1.5% on the NASDAQ. The Russells, can you get over the 2.5%? The bank soaring 3 full percent. The VIX dropping by 5%, now under 19. Gold up huge, 3.4%. So was crude, with the dollar dropping 0.8%. You have investors all over the world cheering what the Fed did yesterday, saying that they are going to print another $600 billion worth of monies and dump it into Treasury bonds for the next 8 months. Now, there's a lot of critics out there and a lot of individuals and policymakers, especially in emerging markets out there, Latin America and Asia, that are going to fight that. They don't like that move that we did yesterday, and I don't know how that's going to come back to haunt us or bite us. But anyway, wow, isn't this just amazing? I mean, look at this monster pop. Now, let me kind of walk through the technicals on this. We've been going up in this nice tight channel, all right? We have a nice tight channel, but it's choppy, 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 pop, choppy, 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 rise, 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 choppy, 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 drop, choppy, 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 rise. All right, that's what a tight formation will get you. However, once you go into those, you need to be committed to the trend. The trend is your friend. Always remember that every boat in the harbor will rise when the tide comes in. And this is the tide coming in. You need to stay bullish, 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 especially, gang, I mean, I don't know how many times I said this, but when you break a symmetrical triangle, we are bullish when you go over that. And that's what happened. A monster symmetrical triangle. We went bullish, and I remained bullish and remained bullish. I'll tell you, I got whipsawed a little bit here when we dropped. That was a meaningful drop there. And then, you know, I had to reload, sat through choppy, 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 and now it's being paid off. Oh, and handsomely so. But anyway, once we come up here, we have equal highs here. We busted over it yesterday. That was really impressive to see. We gap up. Check this out. We gap up first thing in the morning and never looked back. We rose, 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 sliced right through this little trend line. That little trend line goes back a ways. You can see that line. And anyway, we sliced through that one. Then we get up here near this 1211. Big area. This 1211, we hang up there. And then we have this big trend line. Look at this. This is a monster trend line. This trend line gets tagged a number of times. Tagged, tagged. We come up, tagged, tagged, tagged. And we come here and we get hung up. That was a major area, and we blast through it. Not only did we blast through it, we blasted through this area of 1217 also. That was just huge. And on the spiders, we were looking at 1220. We closed over that. And look where we closed. I mean, look at this. That trend line, my shadow line, we come up here and goes dink, and then stopped. Where did that shadow line come from? It goes way back, and it's this orange line. I know I'm all over the place here, but bear with me. That orange line comes down, 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 hitting these shadows. Oh, man, I've got so many lines on here. But see this line coming down? That line right there. See that shadow line? This is that orange line coming up. We tag that shadow line. Tags this shadow. See this? We tag it, and we just keep coming up. So I leave it on there, but keep it nice and light. So when we have Oops, let me get back to you. Because when you have big blowouts, big pops like this, those areas can act as resistance. So, man, gang, listen, a little tidbit that I shared in the chat room. Studies show that there's roughly an 80% chance of the market starting off bearish tomorrow if the trend TRIN is below 0.6. And we ended at, let me show it to you. The trend ended at 0.56, so that is below that 0.6. So there's actually an 80% chance of us starting off in the red tomorrow. Doesn't mean we're going to remain in the red, just means we're going to start off that way. So something to pay attention to. Now, something else that we have coming out tomorrow that very few people are mentioning right now, but for all you, we are very savvy and we need to be abreast of these things, and that is we have the unemployment report coming out pre-market at 8:30. Eastern Standard Time, 1 hour before the markets rally. So, with that said, anything can happen. Because today we had the initial claims, we had that initial claims report come out saying that jobless claims spiked last week, and I mean it spiked big time. When the previous 2 weeks we saw the claims actually dissipating. So anything can happen tomorrow morning. So hopefully you're hedged in this market so you can sleep like a baby tonight. So with that said, I'm going to sign off and listen. We have mentoring coming up next weekend. Shoot me an email at mentor@groktrade.com and I'll send you the recording of last night's webinar if you couldn't make it. Take care and safe trading.